let you know that I'll be recording my class today, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that. And I'd also like to share my screen for a moment and just put up the disclaimer slide quickly. So if you could just take a peek at that. And of course, if you have any questions, you can always come off of mute, maybe drop them in the chat below. Excellent, thanks so much for your patience on that. So welcome everyone, my name is Melissa, and this evening I'll be guiding you through all levels yoga. We will practice together for 45 minutes. So as we practice tonight, I always encourage everyone to listen to your body. So if any stretches are not working for you, please skip them, come on out and modify. And props that you're going to need for the practice. I always like having a block close by. It's always nice having the yoga blanket, and you'll need your yoga mat. So let's jump in. We will start by finding a comfortable seated position and giving yourself an opportunity to close your eyes and drop into your breath and your body for a moment. We'll just begin to notice the connection to the earth, and maybe just feeling the edges of legs, feeling the edges of the feet, grounding down. Grounding into the sitting bones, lengthening your spine, lengthening the back of your neck, reaching, stretching through the crown of the head. Try to relax your eyebrows, relax your jaw. Try to relax your shoulders. Let go of any tension that you might be holding on to. Begin to drop in and connect to the rise and the fall of your breath. And then lengthening as you inhale and lengthening as you exhale. And then maybe encouraging your exhale to be a little bit longer than your inhale. As you're breathing here, feel your body reacting to the breath. Breathing in, feel your chest rise, feel your chest fall. Feel the ribs expanding with breath on the inhale. Feel the ribs contract with the breath on the exhale. And then breathe and feel the stomach rise on in-breath. Stomach fall on the out-breath. And then each time that you breathe, remembering you bring life, you bring oxygen to all of the cells throughout your body. Let's take a moment and set an intention if you'd like for your practice. Your intention could be anything that you'd like it to be, maybe to, honor your body where you're at and not push it if you're feeling any pain or discomfort. It could be to push yourself, maybe to bring more challenge into the practice. So intention can be just anything that you would like it to be. Let's begin to lower the right hand down to the ground to the side of your body. Left hand reaches up and over. Reach for the right side of your head. Take a nice full breath here to lengthen. Soften your left ear to your left shoulder as you exhale. And then not moving with force on this one, just a very gentle suggestion of the ear to the shoulder. Come back to neutral. Left hand lowers, right hand lifts. Take a deep full breath here, lengthen. Right ear to right shoulder, exhale. Try to melt away tension with each breath. Let's relax the hand down onto the mat. Left arm up and over. Try a side stretch here. Roll the left shoulder back. Right shoulder under. Feel that your heart is shining up to the sky. Come back to center. Core engages, realign. Left hand lowers, right hand lifts. Full breath in and out. Come back on up to neutral. Walk your hands out in front of you and settle into a gentle forward fold. Maybe doing a scan here of your body. Notice where you're holding on to tension. With your exhale, let that tension go. Coming on forward, let's come into tabletop. As you come into table, feel free to grab a blanket to support the knees. Pad your body a little bit here. I'm going to take our knees, our hips in line, wrists, shoulders in line. Feel the fingers stand wide. Press through the index finger and press through the thumb. Let's take a nice flow for the shoulders and the neck. We're going to take that right hand to the sky, take a full breath in, and then draw your arm underneath your body. We're going to take that hand back on up. Full breath in, reach up, stretch up. Exhale, release. And 3 more times at your own pace. Let's take a moment to pause. So we're just going to thread that arm underneath our body. Relax here for a moment. Breathe into your neck stretch. Breathe into your shoulder stretch. And then deciding if you'd like to stay here, there's a lot of options for this one. You may want to straighten out your left leg. Maybe lift the leg to the sky. Maybe hand can reach to the sky as well. And then maybe bringing your hand to meet the foot. You could come into a bind here. And gently releasing. We're going to come out nice and slow. Knee down, hand down. And then right foot's going to reach and stretch to the sky. We're just going to create a nice big full circle here. And then begin to circle in the other direction. Perfect. Let's come back into table. Lower your stomach down, lift up through your heart. Let your tailbone lower, let the crown of your head lower. And then flowing through cat and dog stretch for a moment. Lengthen your spine as you inhale. Lengthen your spine as you exhale. As you inhale, let your shoulders relax from your ears. We'll create that space between the ears and the shoulders. Feel the shoulder blades moving down your back. And then on the exhale, round your back. So imagine creating space between the shoulder blades. Coming into a neutral spine, let's take our left hand to the sky, full breath in. Left arm releases under. And then we're going to take that hand back and up. Breathe and reach and stretch up. And release. And 3 more times. Let's take that time to pause here. Relax your body into the stretch. And then deciding where you'd like to go here. You can stay exactly where you are. You can always lift your hand up, maybe lift your leg up, maybe hand to the foot, take your bind. And then we're going to gently release. Knee down, hand down, back to that half table, and then sweep your left hand to the sky. Find your circles here. And then circle in the other direction. Coming back into table. Let's take a child's pose for a moment. We'll give ourselves a resting posture. So just letting your hips drop back to your heels. Let your heart lower down to the mat. And breathe here. Coming forward, let's take ourselves to table, down dog as you exhale, and shake it out a little bit in down dog. So it may feel nice to bend one knee, to bend the other knee, and then relax your head yes and no. So just take some organic, gentle flowing movement, and this will be great movement for letting go of tension that you might be holding in your body and to warm your body up for the practice today. Coming forward, let's try plank. Knees can lower if you'd like, and we'll work with Sphinx. We're going to start with a gentle back bend to warm up for practice. Let your hands come out in front of you, elbows in line with your shoulders. Reach for opposite arms. Breathe here. Staying here, maybe lifting up, maybe wrapping those arms in. Arms straighten if you'd like, coming into seal. We're gonna reach, stretch to the crown of the head. Come on down to the mat. Give yourself a breath here. Press yourself back to down dog when you're ready. Making your way forward, let's come into a fold. And as you take a fold, we're gonna shake it out here. Bending your knees, relaxing your head yes, and relaxing the head no. If the ground is feeling far away, maybe bring your hands on blocks for support or take a deeper bend into the knees. Hands to the right, find a side stretch. Come back to center and release to the other side. Back through to center. Coming back into that forward fold. Take a half lift here. We're gonna lift, we're gonna lengthen through the spine. Fold yourself down. Come on up, let's rise to mountain as you inhale. And then hands at the heart space as you exhale. Hands are gonna sweep up. Fingers will interlock, palms press to the sky. We're gonna lengthen and release your hands to the right, breathe out. Roll that left shoulder under, right shoulder open, heart is shining to the sky. Come back onto the center, realign and release to the other side. Feel grounded through both of your feet. Come back to center. Release your hands behind your body. Fingers interlock, palms touch. Let's take a breath here to lengthen. We're gonna fold ourselves down, breathe out. Try to relax the fronts of your shoulders. Just notice if that helps you move deeper into your stretch. Hands can relax down when you're ready. Let's take our half lift here. Forward fold. Come on up, let's rise to mountain. Hands at the heart space, breathing out. Let's come into chair. We're gonna drop our hips back and down, coming into Utkatasana. Right leg comes up and over. We'll try eagle pose. We'll come into Garudasana. So you can have your toes on the ground. You may wanna have your leg lifted, finding a half wrap, and you can also try for a full wrap with the leg if you'd like. Right arm under. So maybe reach for opposite shoulders, press the backs of your hands together, maybe arms wrap and hands wrap. Imagine if you could see yourself, try to create a line that flows through your body. We'll take our elbows to the knees. Let's take eagle to the nest. Feel your core working here. Keeping your arms wrapped up. Let's try warrior three. We're gonna float that right leg back. Imagine that you could balance a block on your low back. So maybe roll that right hip down a little bit. Transition to crescent. Keep your arms wrapped up. Take this opportunity to square your hips and your shoulders forward. Full breath in, full breath out. Unwrap your arms. Let's take our hands to the sky. Full breath here. Trying a variation of a devotional warrior, but we'll try to stay in crescent here. So fingers will interlock, palms will touch. Take a full breath to lengthen. Let yourself come down when you're ready. Try to relax the fronts of your shoulders and just notice if that helps you move a little deeper into the shoulder stretch. Coming on up, core engages. Hands lower down. Let's put ourselves into a lunge. Make your way back to plank. We'll take a high push-up pose. Lower down, chaturanga. We're gonna take an up dog here. So use your breath. Let's breathe into the back bend. Press back to down dog when you're ready. Toes float forward. Let's draw those toes to the hands. Make your way to the top of your yoga mat. Half lift here. Forward fold. Come on up, rise. Hands on heart, breathing out. Let's come back to chair pose. We'll come back into Utkatasana. Sending the weight into the heels. Toes are light. Almost that feeling like those toes could lift from the mat a little bit. Take your left leg up and over. Left arm under. Land yourself in eagle. Feel yourself breathing deeply. Elbows to the knees. Let's take eagle to the mat. Keeping the arms wrapped up. Warrior 3. Keeping the arms wrapped up. Let's put it back to crescent. And then taking your hands right on up to the sky when you're ready. Feel the core work here. Feel the tailbone tuck. Feel the navel moving back and up to the spine a little bit. Trying that devotional here too. So we're going to take that yoga mudra through the hands. Fold yourself down when you're ready. And core engages. Come on up, rise. Crescent warrior. Hands are going to lower. Let's come on forward into a fold. We're going to take our left foot to meet our right foot. And working with a twist. Start by bending into that right knee. So we're going to take a nice deep bend in the right knee. Right hand will plant. Left hand will lift. Let's find our twist. And as you take your twist here, this gives us a twist. It also gives us such a nice IT band stretch. So just breathe into that stretch for the left IT band. We're going to hold our legs exactly how they are, but we're going to change up the arms. So let's take a deep bend in that knee still, and we're going to take our left hand to the sky when you're ready. So this is a closed twist. So this one might be a little bit more challenging than that open twist we just did. And then we're going to release. We're going to come back into a fold. Let's take a deep bend in our right knee. Right hand plant. Left hand lift. We'll come back to our open twist. With your in-breath, feel your spine lengthen. And your out-breath, let your twist deepen. Undoing your twist, but keeping your legs just how they are. Let's try that closed twist. So left hand plant, right hand lift when you're ready. And we're going to release. We're going to put ourselves back into a fold. Planting your hands, let's come onto plank. We're going to find that high push-up posture. Holding your strong plank. Fingers stand wide. Press down through the index finger and your thumb. Chaturanga Dandasana. Let's take up dog here. So we want to use our breath. We want to breathe into our back bend. And press back. Down dog, breathing out. Come on forward. Let's come back into that fold. Take a half lift. Fold. Come on up. Rise the mountain. Hands at the heart space. Breathing out. Let's take that right leg up. We'll come into a dancer pose. We'll come into Nadarajasana. So right hand for your right foot. And if you grab on the outside of the foot, that tends to be a little bit of a gentler stretch on your shoulder. If you wanted that deep shoulder stretch, you can grab on the inside of the foot. This kind of changes up the stretch a little bit. And then we're just going to kick the foot into the hand, coming forward for dancer pose. Breathing here, nice deep full in-breath, deep full out-breath. Coming into warrior one from here. And as you set up in warrior one, we'll have that nice deep bend in the front knee. Back heel is grounded and planted down. Press firmly into the outer edge of your foot. Breathe into the calf stretch. Breathe into the hamstring stretch. Let's try a little back bend here. So fingers interlock. Release your index fingers, bringing your hands into steeple. Lengthen. Let's offer the heart forward. Invite that back bend. Coming on up back to warrior one, and then opening into warrior two pose. In warrior two, feel really grounded through your feet. So you want to press firmly through the front foot, firmly through your back foot, and almost create a little sensation that you could pull your feet in towards one another. Let's come into reverse. We're going to float that front hand up and back. Back hand can glide down the back leg. Maybe wrap your arm around your low back. Reach for the other hip crease. Take a half bind. Come on through. Lateral angle. Maybe trying out extended lateral angle. You can lower your hand down to the ground for more support. And then just trying not to collapse here into that bottom shoulder. We'll just create a little lifting here and a little bit of lengthening in that bottom shoulder. Core engages. Come back on up. Reset to warrior two. We're going to straighten our front leg. Take your front hand up and back. Imagine that you could create space between the ribs. Full breath in and full breath out. Coming back onto the neutral. Let's try goddess pose from here. So for goddess, you're just going to turn your left foot in so that your toes line up, your heels line up. And then we're going to turn those toes out. Heels will shift in. Deep bend into the knees. Maybe hands onto the legs here and then just get really low in the knees. Let your tailbone tuck. Lengthening your back body. We're going to take ourselves back onto the goddess. Relax your shoulders from your ears, creating that space between the ears and the shoulders. Let's take our left elbow to the left knee. We're going to do a little tap. Reset to center. Right to right. And reset. And then let's flow side to side here for a moment. Great. Let's come back to goddess. We're going to straighten out our legs, turn the toes in, lengthen your spine, hinge at your hips, and fold on down, coming into a wide-legged fold. And shake it up a little bit here. So it may feel nice to bend one knee, bend the other knee. Relax your head, yes. Relax your head, no. Walking your hands out in front. Let's take a down dog with your legs wide. Send your weight back into your heels. Hands are a little lighter, almost a sensation that your hands could lift off of the mat. Walk your hands into your body, then walk your hands underneath you. And that's just going to move us into a fold that's a little deeper. Send your weight forward into your toes, letting the heels be a little lighter. And release. Let's take ourselves back into a runner's lunge at the top of our yoga mat. Come on into plank. Let's take that high push-up pose. Lower down, chaturanga. We'll take an up dog here. We're going to use our breath. Breathe into your back bend. Press back to down dog. Breathe out. Come on forward. Let's land in that forward fold. Halfway lift and release. Come on up. Let's rise mountains. Hands at your heart space. Breathing out. Left hand for your left foot. Dancer on the other side. Kicking the foot into the hand. Let's come on forward. So dancer pose is really good for strengthening the standing leg. We strengthen all of the muscles through the foot, through the ankle, and through the knee. And we strengthen our back, so really good for our low back, mid back, and upper back. And then we'll release that one down. Let's take ourselves to warrior one. And then as you come into warrior one, drop in with your breath here. Let's breathe deeply in, out through the nose. If this is feeling easy, if it's not challenging enough, deeper bend in your front knee. Bring a wider stance between your front foot and your back foot. Let's try our back bend. Interlock fingers, release index, lengthen, and back bend. Coming on up, back to warrior one, open to warrior two. Let's relax our shoulders from our ears. Hands are reaching and stretching in opposite directions. Reverse, let's take it up, let's take it back. Make your way through back, warrior two, transition to that lateral angle. Maybe extended lateral angle, give yourself more of a stretch. Core engages. Back on up for warrior two. Let's try a nice side stretch. Straighten your front leg, front hand up and back, reverse triangle. Come back on through, warrior two. And then doing that nice gentle release, let's find ourselves to goddess. So we're just gonna turn those right toes in so that right foot, left foot are in line with one another. We're gonna take that deep bend into the knees. Maybe a little shifting side to side here, just to get really grounded in the body. Coming on up for goddess, tucking the tailbone. Let's try some twists here. Left elbow to the right, do a little tap, back to center. Right to left, reset, side to side. Great. Let's come back to goddess. Straightening your legs, turn your toes in, lengthen, fold yourself down, maybe shake it out here. And let's work with a twist. You can take your right hand in front of your face, left hand to the sky as you exhale. Maybe wrapping your arm around your low back, reaching for the other hip crease. Come back to center, planting your hand, opposite hand lift. And reset. We're gonna land ourselves back into that pose. Let's transition to a runner's lunge to the top of the yoga mat. Come on back to plank. Let's take a high push-up pose. Lower down chaturanga. We'll take up dog here. And press back to down dog when you're ready. Right leg reaches and stretches to the sky. We're gonna bend, stack, and open. Float your knee through. And come into pigeon. So for pigeon, take your right knee to the right side of the yoga mat. And we're going to take a moment here to try to square our hips and our shoulders forward. You might want to peek back to your left foot. Make sure that you're right on the top of your foot. We don't want our foot to be tickling in or out at all. And we're going to take our left hand for our left foot and come into a quad stretch here for a moment. Maybe close your eyes. I know quad stretches aren't the easiest thing. They can really bring up a lot of stretch in our body and it can be very challenging. So try to breathe into this one as best as you can. Maybe scan your body, notice where you're holding tension. And then with each exhale, just let your body relax into the stretch. Let your body find softness in the posture. Let's take a moment to square our hips and our shoulders forward. Lengthening as you inhale, letting yourself fall down as you exhale. Try to clear the mind of thoughts. We always have thoughts moving through the mind, maybe thoughts for the past, thoughts for the future. Try to release your thoughts, bring your awareness to your breath, bring your awareness to the present moment. And then remembering the present moment, the only moment where life truly exists. Let's come on out. To release on this side, let's roll into our right hip. We are going to sweep our left foot forward so that we can bring the sole of our right foot to the inside of the left leg. And we'll just take a nice full breath here to lengthen. Reach your hands to the sky, full breath in. Fold yourself down, full breath up. Coming on up, let's take a neutral spine here. We're going to take our right hand behind our body, working with the Stargazer Stretch. So for Stargazer, we're going to lift our hips up. We're going to reach and stretch to the back of the room. We're going to lower our hips down. We're just going to spin ourselves back forward. And then send your hips up. We're going to reach up, stretch up, and release. And one more time. Hips up, reach and stretch up and back. Let's come back to neutral. We're going to take a seated twist from here. So let's bring our right foot to the left side of the yoga mat. So it's going to cross our right foot to the left. And then we're going to sit up nice and tall here. And you can stay right here. If you wanted more of a stretch, bring your left foot to your right hip. Try to feel grounded through both sides of your body. You don't want to be leaning to one side or the other side. Hands are going to reach up, breathe in, and twist off towards the left, breathe out. Coming back on through the center. Hands can reach up, breathe here, and twist to the other side, breathe out. Let's release that one. We'll come back to center. Hands can reach and stretch to the sky. Releasing your hands to the right. And let's come back to that down dog. And we're going to try that little flow on the other side. We're going to press into down dog when you're ready. Last leg's going to reach up. Then stack open. Float that knee through. And we're going to find pigeon on the other side. But first, we're going to want to work with our quad stretch. We're going to bend into that right knee. Reach back for your right foot and breathe here. Maybe close your eyes and trying to relax your body as best as you can. So I know quad stretches can be really challenging. You know, every day we're probably sitting a lot and our quads shorten when we're at the computer or driving or watching TV. And this is a great stretch for trying to lengthen the quads a little bit and trying to just incorporate more balance into our body. Let's release the quad stretch. Hips and shoulders curve forward. Lengthen. And come on down. Let's soften here for a moment. And coming on up, we'll roll onto our left hip, right foot sweeps forward, sole of your left foot to the inside of the right leg. We're going to take a nice deep full breath here. Let's reach up, stretch up, fold yourself down, breathe out. This one is called Shavasana, head to knee stretch. Now, it doesn't mean that your head has to touch your knee, but we do want to just move in that direction in time. Coming on up, let's take that left hand behind the body, trying Stargazer. So we're going to lift our hips up. We're going to reach and stretch that hand up and overhead. And then we're going to come back on down. So hips are going to lower, hand sweeps out in front. Hips up and back for that Stargazer. Get that nice side stretch. And release. Let's take that one more time. And we're going to let that one go. Last foot to the right, seated spinal twist, Ardha Matsyendrasana. So stay here if you want. You can take your half twist. You can also try for the full twist. Let's take an open twist as we begin. Hands are going to reach up and twist to the right as you breathe out. Maybe gaze off that right shoulder and just see if that helps you move deeper into your twist. Hands sweep up, breathe in, twist to the left, breathe out. Come back to center. Let's release our hands to the sky and hands to heart. Let's take those legs out in front of us this time and shake out your legs a little bit. Try to let go of any tension here that you might be holding onto. We are going to try boat pose. So for boat, feet are going to plant. Knees will be bent. Support the backs of your legs. Maybe shift back a little bit. Release those legs. Legs can straighten. And there's also a variation where you take your index and your thumb and your middle finger and you reach for the big toe and you try to straighten out your legs. So maybe you want to give that one a try. Let's try to open the chest and the heart. And then relax your shoulders back and down. Breathe in and breathe out. Let's release that one. We're going to come down to our back. Take your knees to your chest, hug them in, gently rock to the right and to the left. Knees can release to the right. Let's try a spinal twist. And as you take the spinal twist, maybe gaze off your left shoulder. Allow for your eyes to close. And then breathing here for a moment. And come back to center. We're going to take our knees to our chest, hug them in, and release to the other side when you are ready. Let's release. We're going to come back onto our back. Take your knees to your chest. Gently rock to the right and to the left. And then take that rocking into circles. So maybe find large circles, maybe find smaller circles. And then circle in the other direction. So I'll just reverse that movement. And then gently release. Let's come into Shavasana. We're going to take some time for relaxation. So of course, if there's any final stretch, if there's any final movement that you would like to come into, if that helps you feel complete and ready to relax, definitely come into that. And then we're just going to feel ourselves softening here into the stretch. Scanning your body, noticing where you're holding tension. With each exhale, let that tension go. Allowing for your breath to deepen. Maybe wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Making your way onto your side. Coming into a fetal position for a moment. Maybe create a little pillow with the lower arm. Gently support your head and feel your body taking the shape of the posture. Let's come on up. We're going to take ourselves into seated. And as you come into seated, drawing your hands at heart into prayer, into Anjali Mudra. Allowing for your eyes to close. Thanking yourself for practicing yoga, for doing something so good for your mind, body, and spirit. The light within me honors the light within you. Namaste. Namaste, everyone. Thank you so much for joining today. I hope you are all feeling better, and I look forward to class together soon. Take care.